Well, another day, another video, and today we'll be talking about Joji, or Filthy Frank, as he was formerly known as, and his drama. Now you guys know when Filthy Frank was exposed as Joji about a year ago, and I say exposed when in reality this was public information that wasn't some deep hidden secret, especially if you followed his content before he became Joji, and this discovery was mainly just found out by teenage girls slash K-pop stans. When they found out that the guy behind Slow Dancing in the Dark was also the guy behind Filthy Frank, they were not happy, to put it lightly, because of the type of content that he used to do, which was admittedly pretty edgy even by old YouTube standards. The thing is, though, they were jokes and were widely understood by his fans that they were jokes, so no one really took offense or cared. However, despite all that, these entitled stans decided to take to Twitter and try and label him as a racist and bigot and every other terrible thing you could think of. Luckily, everyone else realized the arguments against Joji were dumb as fuck because of the fact that everyone else understood that he was just playing a character and as a result doesn't support any of the actions taken by him in his videos. As a result of this, there wasn't any other action taken other than the initial backlash and the subsequent heartbreak that many of these Twitter users got when they realized he wasn't the epic, wholesome, uwu angel e-boy singer they envisioned in their heads. But a year later, and people are still trying to drag Joji for being Filthy Frank. Guess it's some new strat where if you fail to cancel them at first, you wait a while for the backlash to fade and then try again. And where else to go but on TikTok? I swear, the most brain-numbing takes I have seen are either on TikTok or Twitter. A user on there decided to take a jab at Joji for his past.
Oh Lord, I'm sorry. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood.
Looking at the caption on his TikTok, this person thinks that Joji was racist and homophobic, when in reality he was just playing a character to parody those traits and did not mean any of what he said. Both this TikToker and the Twitter users have clearly not seen the description of Filthy Frank's YouTube channel, which clearly states that Filthy Frank is the embodiment of everything a person should not be, and it also talks about how he only acts this way in order to show off how easy it is to get social media attention by being edgy alone. Frank himself is basically admitting that these actions are not ideal and that these actions should not be emulated. And before anyone tries the argument of, oh, joking about being racist and homophobic means that you are, there's a difference between joking and actual racism slash homophobia. One is where the person is trying to get a laugh slash entertain people, and the other are people who actually believe these deluded thoughts. There's also the argument that this type of humor can encourage and lead on actual racists, which is ridiculous because first off, people are not online so that they can babysit the actions of other people. That is a them problem they have to work out. You are not responsible for how other people act online. The second is that if someone actually believes a joke, then they miss the point of the joke because they believe it to be true while others do not believe it at all. Now let's take a look at some of these comments. Starting off, we got some dude saying he played a character, which is completely true. Like, how can you not see that from Frank's bio? But then he gets a response saying that playing a character doesn't fix the fact that he was spreading false and hurtful stereotypes. Honestly, can you get that stick out of your ass? Everyone knew he wasn't serious and only did it to parody such actions, and you just sound petty trying to imply that he's actually racist. Another comment reads, satire doesn't exist, IG, which is mocking the TikTok. The creator tries to fire back with, you can be satirical without being offensive, there's a fine line. While that technically is true, you don't need to be offensive for satire. Based on their TikTok, they clearly mean that you can't be offensive and satirical at the same time, which is simply not true, as the definition of satire is to use irony slash humor to mock things, which can be included to offensive topics. One more comment is someone saying it's funny how Filthy Frank was a satire character on the worst type of human being online, and edgelords were like, I relate to this. That sort of sounds like the edgelord's problem, because Frank isn't responsible for how people talk and act online. Unless he is directly encouraging this behavior, which, based on his YouTube bio, he's not, you cannot tie him in with these edgelords. Of course, the creator of the TikTok had to chime in with, these edgelords are also what drove him to quit! Which is a blatant lie, because Frank himself posted onto his Twitter that the reason why he stopped doing the whole Filthy Frank channel was because he no longer enjoyed making this content. And while you could try and attribute that to edgelords, it's much more likely that he just got tired of making that content and wanted to try something else, like any other content creator who did something for a long time. The more damning reason why edgelords weren't responsible for him quitting is because of how he talks about serious health conditions, including his throat being fucked up from playing the Filthy Frank character, and neurological conditions, which, if I had to guess, resulted from him playing the Filthy Frank / Pink Guy character. Serious health issues sounds like a much more valid reason to stop doing something than because of some edgelords. It's just unreal how people feel the need to dig up the past of others, especially over something which has already been covered before. Is this how people get their entertainment now? Can't come up with new stuff, so you just have to milk the old for clout? I hope these people can one day understand what a joke is. It's just unreal to me how people can't see the obvious and need to spread misinformation on others just to get their clout. But on that note, I'll be leaving you guys with a very special message, which reflects my initial thoughts of this TikTok. Peace.
Shut the fuck up. You're a fucking cunt. Shut the fuck up. You're a stupid cunt. Suck my dick.